So we found this Kavita active cultures fermented drink. It reminds me kind of kombucha, but it's not quite the same. And we were wondering, is it acidic or basic? And it just so happens that we have some pH litmus paper here. And if you're not familiar with this stuff, it's basically, you buy it in these little canisters and it comes with these little strips, and you dip it into the liquid and it changes color depending on if it's acidic or basic. I'll just pour a little bit into this cup here. And I think it says we need to wait 30 seconds, so. So now I'm comparing this after it's sat for a little bit to the color samples that they gave me. It looks like it's probably about a 6, which is just barely acidic, but not really. So what that means is this Kavita stuff is slightly acidic, meaning it's a vinegar, or it has vinegar in it, and I'm curious to see how this compares to kombucha. Alright, so here we've got the kombucha. So we'll pour a little bit of this in. Alright, let's see what happens. So as I compare this, I think it's maybe a 5. And if I compare, so this one right here is the kombucha, and this one is the Kavita, and it does seem that the kombucha is slightly darker red, which means slightly more acidic, more vinegar based. So if this is really a 5 and this is 6, that would mean that the kombucha has maybe about 10 times more vinegar in it than the kombucha, or than the Kavita does, but they both don't really have that much overall. Now, just to keep things interesting, I've got some distilled vinegar, which is 5% acidic, it says, and we'll check out how the litmus paper does in that. Definitely can already see it turning red, but we'll wait a bit longer. As I'm checking this, this is now the vinegar. It appears to be about a 4 on the pH scale, which means it would be 10 times more acidic than the kombucha was, which makes sense because this is just vinegar. So here you can see the different colors. This is the Kavita, it's the lightest, and then slightly more orange is the kombucha, and then there's the vinegar right there. So this may not have been the most useful experiment, but I definitely was entertained by it, just getting to compare the acidity of these different beverages.